speed, distance, and time. Formulae. Speed is distance by time. With this, you can calculate the other formulae like distance and time. Speed into time gives you distance. Why? When you move it to the opposite side of the equation, the sign changes. So you have to multiply time to get distance. Speed into time gives you distance. Time is equal to distance by speed, because when you move speed to the opposite side of the equation, you have to divide it. If the distance is 100 meters, the time taken is 5 seconds, the speed is distance by time, which is 100 by 5, which is 20 meter per second, also written as 20 ms to the power of minus 1. The time taken to cover distance is 5 hours. The speed is 5 kilometers per hour. Find the distance. The distance is nothing but speed into time. That is 5 into 5, which is 25 kilometers. Find the distance covered if you are traveling at 50 kilometers per hour and you take 300 minutes to cover it. Now we're going to calculate everything in the same units. So these minutes have to be converted to hours, because we say speed in kilometers per hour, or we say it in meter per second, not kilometers per minute, right? So we convert the 300 minutes into hours. So that's 300 divided by 60, which is 5 hours. So the distance is speed into time, which is 50 into 5, which is 250 kilometers. Find the time taken to travel a distance of 5,000 meters if the speed is 200 meters per second. Time is equal to distance by speed, which is 5,000. Now the units are the same, so I'm going to move with it. 5,000 divided by 200, scratch out the zeros. 50 by 2 is 25, so 25 seconds. Convert to another unit. Convert 90 meters per hour into meters per second. To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, there's a simple formula. You multiply by 5 by 18. You get 25 meter per second. Now the way you get it is 90 kilometers is 90 into 1000, and per hour is nothing but 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So if you scratch it out, you calculate it, it actually works out to 5 by 18. So simply multiply by 5 by 18. And the reverse is true for converting from meter per second into kilometer per hour. You just multiply by 18 by 5. So 15 meters per second into kilometers per hour, 15 into 18 by 5, which is 54 kilometers per hour. Simple calculation. Uniform speed is when a body covers equal distances at equal amounts of time. Variable speed is when a body covers variable distances and variable amounts of time. Then what is average speed? This is used when the body covers variable distances and variable amounts of time. You calculate the total distance divided by the total time taken. Easy. And you get the average speed. So if Tom walks 5 kilometers in the first 2 hours, then 7 kilometers in the next 3 hours, his average speed is total distance by the total time, which is 5 plus 7 divided by 2 plus 3, which is 2.4 kilometers per hour. Moving trains. When a train passes a pole or a stationary object, the minimum distance covered by the train is equal to the length of the train. When the train crosses the platform, the minimum distance covered by the train is the length of the train plus the length of the platform. Relative speed. When A and B run at 8 kilometers per hour and 11 kilometers per hour, and they start from the same point, find the distance between them at 2 hours when they run in the same direction and when they run in the opposite direction. Now, when they run in the same direction, you calculate the difference between them. That is, it should actually be 22 kilometers minus 16 kilometers, because who travels a longer distance? One with a higher speed. So that would be 22 kilometers minus 16 kilometers, which is 6 kilometers distance. When they run in the opposite direction, obviously the distance covered by them would be this plus that, which would be 38 kilometers distance.